Say it.
Oh, what do you want me to say? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Welcome to the Thought Vomit Podcast, where 3 visual artists get together and kind of talk today. My name is Victor Acosta.
And I'm Ricky.
See how I
Anderson.
That? Yeah, fucking say
Forgot
your
the
last
last
name.
name.
Damn. And our guest here,
Yes.
he's like I said, a true just visual artist. He knows how to capture beauty in life. This man is great at what he does, and his name is Cole Milligan. Let's give it a clap.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yes. So nice to have you. Thank you for
Thank
accepting
you
our
for having
invite.
me. I'm really excited.
Oh, yeah.
Us too. Shit. Thank you. For the viewers, I guess. Okay.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Yeah, I mean, he's watching. So he was a viewer, and now he's a guest. So it's like, actually, I never saw the show until like yesterday. Yeah. Okay. So before we started, we were talking about how you wanted us to talk about finding opportunities and living creatively, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So please dive into that.
All right. So like I was saying before, there's a YouTube channel called Yes Theory, and like I only came across them like a year ago and whatever, but like it ultimately changed my life just in terms of like how I'm able to take pictures for other people, do videos for other people, just do creative work. When you watch their YouTube, you kind of just get like the vibe of like they're down to do things. And I was kind of like, I mean, in 10th grade or whatever, like in high school, I sat in my basement and played video games.
Oh, yeah.
Like I did not go out, and like I would go out and shoot pictures once in a while, but like I didn't really get into the video or photography thing until like 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
So the whole idea of what I see as how to find success or find opportunity is to say yes, which is a big part of what that YouTube channel that kind of like got me inspired for that. So for example, I guess I had a roommate and he got a bunch of bike stuff. I bike, by the way.
801 bikers.
So he ordered a bunch of stuff from a company, and I loved the brand and I loved like what they stood for. And so I hit him up and I said, hey, like, I love your stuff. Like, I'd love to do pictures for you. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, what do you need done? I'll do it for free, pro bono. Just like, let me know. I want to work with you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they emailed me back a couple weeks later, and they're like, hey, like, we've got this bar tape and we need pictures of it. Could you take some pictures of it? And I was like, yeah, for sure. And I got the tape. They sent it to me. I did a bunch of pictures, and I was like, yeah, that's cool, I guess. Like, I don't know how much I don't know how much they're gonna like it. It was like one of my first gigs, and so like it was kind of like a learning experience. And then they were like, oh, those are badass pictures. And so they said, hey, we need studio shots done. And I was like, right. I was sitting there. I shit my pants right in like, right in my living room. I was like, they said, do you know how to do those? And I said, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know
it. After that,
yeah,
but that's great.
So I just kind of took that like whole idea of just saying yes and like taking new opportunity, whether you're comfortable with it or not. And now I do that. Now I have 4 companies. Kind of, we're all working together, and we've got a crew going. So that's how it all started. And that's kind of how I figure I explain that.
That's fucking great, though. That's a true like kind of underdog story, and you just fucking send it.
That's so dope.
That shit's great, man.
Thank you.
Damn. So, but you're working with how many companies did you say?
4. We just started with another one yesterday.
Damn.
And I don't know. When I say we,
when
like,
you say we, what's up?
We have like a bunch of, it's all bike companies, because that's pretty much my life.
Yeah, that's your shit right now.
So yeah, you never catch me in a car. And so
environmental friendly.
He knows what's up.
Yeah.
Keep the planet safe.
The best gas mileage is the one you put in your legs.
Ooh.
So yeah.
Yeah.
It's all bike companies.
Yeah.
And so we've got a group of people that we all live 2 doors down or live with each other and just bike together. And so we kind of started a group, and we reach out to companies, and then if they're interested in like having us like be social media like influencers, I guess
Yeah.
you could say.
Yeah.
Not really what the traditional one like
Yeah.
influencer would be, but it's
Okay.
But
it's
you're
an
just
idea of
kinda
it.
But, like,
pushing
just-
their
We're
brand.
promoting,
Putting it out
like,
there.
if you go onto my
Okay.
Instagram, I make sure I tag every bike company
Yeah.
that, even if it's a little bar plug that goes in the
Mhm.
end,
Yeah.
it's tagged and
That's
I
their
shout them
shit.
out. So like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, so that's kind of what I mean by we. It's
We,
just a
you got
group
your
of
crew.
people that we
Oh, yeah.
always
Mhm.
shoot with, we always ride with, we always make sure that we're always working for companies and trying to get other smaller brands promoted.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Do you get free shit out of this?
Yeah,
Do you
I
get the
don't, I
plug?
don't want to I don't want to
Alright,
disclose
you're-
numbers, but
yeah.
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
We're good.
Wow.
We're good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's sick.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
That is
but
really
so you
crazy.
said, are you now getting paid for it for work?
Yeah, so let's see, I was doing pro bono for
Uh-huh.
a couple, probably from July to October, November.
Okay.
And then that's when I was like, yo, we could do something with this. Like,
Mhm.
people,
yeah.
this is something that I like love doing and
Yeah.
people need. So like,
Mhm.
then that's when I started getting on it. And
Oh yeah.
now I'm getting paid gigs
Mhm.
and everything that I work with, I get to keep.
That's
So-
so dope.
So it's
Damn,
pretty
dude. One of
nice.
each,
Yeah.
please.
So I'm the plug for bar
Yeah.
tape. If you guys need any, hit me
Yeah.
up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm
That's
new
so
dealer of
dope.
bar tape.
Yeah.
Yo, you got trash. This gum's probably annoying the shit out of people. I'm just nomming away. Ew, what the fuck?
It's tissue paper, dog.
All right.
That's the. I don't want to put your gum in my hand, so
Did I make it?
Yes.
Good shit.
Oh.
All right.
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much.
It's just
That's
right down
just
front.
awesome though.
That,
Like,
dude,
you got your
that
shit
is-
together. You live
Oh,
by
yeah.
the yes rule.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
And you just fucking do it. And,
Hell
and
yes.
Look at that. You got companies. You got your crew.
Yeah. We're on the way. I
oh.
don't know what I keep doing to that.
Mm-hmm. So, what's your creative process like when you like, instead of like business and product stuff, when you go out to take photos for you or just in general, what do you start to think about before you do it, if anything?
Yeah.
Or you
No.
just get out there and just like fuck it. Let's do something.
Yeah, a big part of like what I do in terms of the creative process when I'm doing personal stuff, like
Mhm.
I'm not going out for a company, I'm not
Yeah.
going out for product placement, I'm not
Yeah.
doing anything. I'm just taking pictures
Yeah.
that I can upload on Instagram. I think the biggest like thing that gets me excited is
Mhm.
seeing other people's work,
Okay. Hell
because I'm nowhere close to the best photographer like at all.
Yeah.
Like
Pretty damn close though.
No,
shit.
no,
no,
no.
Damn.
No, there's
that
plenty of
Instagram
people.
feed.
there's plenty of other people that are better than me, and like I use a lot of like people like
Mhm.
Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
I hit Pierce up every day
Yeah.
almost, and I send him a picture, and we kind of have the relationship of like, you shit on my picture, I'll shit on your
Yeah.
picture, and then we'll get better. And so
Okay.
like it's nothing personal, and so if
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
people would read through our messages, they'd probably cry.
What
But like
fuck is
like-
this mountain, huh? The fucking
Yeah.
sun over there.
Yeah, that's
brutal
kind
shit.
of what we try and do. So like
That's dope.
I'm nowhere like close to the best,
Yeah.
but like I look up to other people and get inspired.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so I guess it's like I'm downtown exploring every day. I'm on my bike, I'm riding around, and wherever I end up, I say like, oh, this would be a cool place to shoot.
Yeah.
Whether I want to do it for personal reasons, whether I want to do it for a company, like
Yeah.
Mhm.
it doesn't really matter. I just think I always have my mind open looking for an opportunity to shoot somewhere. And
Yeah.
so that's kind of the creative process of
Okay.
like how I get started, and then in terms of like what I edit, like how I
Mhm.
shoot, how I crop, where I
Yeah.
pull focus, like stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's all kind of just where my finger goes on the trackpad when I'm editing
Hell
is
yeah.
where the picture ends up. And so like
That's really dope, though.
I don't necessarily like to have an idea, because like
Mhm.
there's the saying like the best artist is like a thief
Oh yeah.
or whatever
Oh,
it
yeah.
is.
Mhm.
And so like I steal a lot of ideas and I try and
Mhm.
conglomerate them all into one idea. And
Yeah.
so but I can't think about that when I'm shooting.
Okay. Yeah.
I have to just do it while I'm like
When you're
editing, and I'm like,
editing.
hey, that would look cool. I've seen that on someone else's picture
Mhm.
and it worked. So
Yeah.
let me try this. And so
Mhm.
I bounce ideas off other people, and I steal ideas from other people, and
Yeah.
ultimately I get what I get. And like, yeah, so that's kind of
Oh yeah.
the process of how I
Yeah.
get through from shooting to
Point A to point B.
final product.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And I've seen a lot of your stuff be more nature driven. Do you like just nature more than, let's say, downtown or the city?
Yeah, I'm torn on that because like I would love to like just be outdoors like all the time and like be in the mountains hiking alone just with me and my camera just kind of like exploring. But I am like a fiend to be around other people. like you will not catch me trying to hang out alone. Like so that whole vibe of being in the city and shooting, knowing there's other people there, there's other people probably shooting down there. That's like something I'm trying to work on more because like I don't have the best downtown like or urban shots. Like I have a lot to improve because they're, in my opinion, a lot harder to edit with
100%
colors. And it's like, how do do you make it not look black and white? And how do you make
how do you not fall
pop?
back in black and white and like that?
And so like that's something that like I'm trying to improve on. But nature is like when I go to other places or whatever, because I'm going to San Francisco or Seattle and Portland in a couple weeks, and like
Portland.
I know.
Yeah.
My goal is not to get like downtown pictures or like whatever. It's because no one, unless you're taking a picture of a landmark, there's no one knows where that is. And it's like, you can have a cool picture. And I think for me, like we did a shoot 2 nights ago at like 10 or 11 p.m. and it was dark, and we just had the jackets for this new company that we're working with, and they like it didn't really matter where we were, just because the focus was on the jacket. And when I'm taking pictures of like my anticipation when we get to Portland and Seattle is that I'm just gonna send it straight to the mountains, get some nature pictures and like
shit's sick up there, dude.
I know. I'm excited. I went there last year and it was
these
awesome.
trees are great, bro.
Yeah,
I love the trees over there.
Yeah, that's
it's good nature shit.
Yep.
And I feel like you just, I guess you're more accustomed to the palette of nature, the greens and browns.
Yeah, and
that's kind of your shit. You just got down.
And like going back to that, like I get inspired by other people. One of my favorite Instagram like people accounts, I guess you call it. Is Firsty. At Fursty. I don't know.
Bloop, just a little tag there, like the Logan Paul shit. Get tagged.
That's he like really got me into like the whole nature, like how I edit them, because a lot of people leave like not every nature picture is the same, and I feel like my style, I kind of changed the way that you would normally see it. It's not realistic, but it looks like it would exist, I guess, in a way. So like he kind of inspired me to go that route, and like so that's
that's dope.
I mean, all your pictures, I love them because they're very cinematic. I just get a cinematic.
Thank you.
They do look very cinematic.
Like you said, they're not the same as somebody else's. Maybe you use other techniques that somebody else might, but
there's plenty of people that have that style, but it's like
but it's like you do it right.
I want more dramatic rather than like F-22. Let's look at this cityscape or whatever. So
and you said you have starting off a photography business, making a photography business or something. Or do you not?
No,
remember sending that?
I remember that. I remember that.
Well, it's kind of a thought here,
So
starting off or making a photography business.
So I guess it kind of goes back to the first point. Like everything's a loop. I'm sorry,
everything's
everyone.
A big old loop. Circle of life, man.
So I'm gonna say the same thing a bunch. It's like the whole story of I had no idea how to take studio pictures. I didn't have studio lights. I didn't have a studio. And like, if you guys were to see what my studio looks like right now, you would be like, okay, that's not that ain't behind the scenes. I'm in a grungy basement with no sheetrock, nothing, and there's
studio lights.
There's $80 Amazon studio lights.
Hell yeah.
And a desk from the DI and a tripod from Amazon Basics, and that's pretty much.
Bro,
I mean, I could get better stuff. Hell no.
Hell no. This shit works. That's good,
dude.
Bro.
I'm gonna wait till that stuff like breaks or like explodes.
Burns.
I'm not gonna buy new stuff until I need to. So that's kind of what I am. So in terms of starting a photography business, the whole
maybe
cliche
then
thing.
you might want to buy some new shit.
Well, like, I mean, to start out, like the whole cliche thing of, oh, you don't need to have the greatest gear.
Yeah.
Bullshit, but also like
Bullshit.
but also
Don't
good
say
shit.
that.
Yeah.
Also good shit.
Yeah.
It's
Also,
like,
yeah.
embrace the jankiness. You know?
yeah, because like you do need good equipment.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
you can't
At one
sell
point.
bad stuff, and like if people are gonna buy that, you're not gonna get good
Yeah, no.
a good reputation. So like you can't shoot product photography on your phone, and it's as
Yeah.
simple as that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean you can't have a DI desk or
Yeah.
$80 Amazon lights. And so when you're starting your like business and getting clients and like
Yeah.
trying to figure out where your like niche is or
Yeah.
niche or
Fuck, whatever it
Yeah,
is.
you
The
fucking-
word.
NICHE.
Yeah.
NICHE.
Whenever that is,
Wherever
then,
that shit comes along.
yeah, then you can kind of address where like your money is going to be allocated in terms of like upgrading your equipment. Because if you're taking like sky pictures,
Yeah.
trying to get light trails from the stars,
Oh yeah.
yeah, you're gonna need
A
like
specific
a
lens,
1.4
yeah.
lens.
Yeah, for
like
real.
you're not
Yeah.
gonna be rocking a
50
yeah,
or something.
50. Yeah, you gotta
Yeah, no.
you gotta
The
have the right
shit's
lens.
gotta be good. It's just
And
gotta
so-
be specific to what you're doing.
yeah,
Yeah.
but starting out, nah,
Yeah.
you don't need anything. But
Mhm.
once you start getting people that are like, oh, you have
Yeah.
Yeah.
quality pictures, or like
Yeah.
Quality.
Like,
you
looks
know how to
okay.
you
kind
know,
of trick them.
you can trick them
Yeah.
into it, and then you get a gig, you buy something,
Just
Yeah.
like
and then you
girlfriends.
reinvest every single time. Because
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I've not spent a single dime on random stuff that I've made from photography. It's gone straight into photography stuff
Oh, yeah.
again. Because I see it as an investment, and that's
Yeah.
I guess
Yes,
if
sir.
that's your goal to do photography or videography or graphic design or anything in that field, you need to reinvest in yourself essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hell yeah. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
The
Fucking
smartest guy we've
Yeah,
had on this
Jesus
show.
Christ.
Shit.
Hey,
And the
that's
fuck.
shots fired,
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, be quiet,
Dude,
dog.
Hey,
He's,
okay, smart in the sense like he knows like what,
he's just giving a lot of
Yeah.
truths, a lot of good shit
Like,
for
everybody's
like people that are
smart,
starting up.
but what they're smart
yeah, I
in
mean,
is
look at this.
different.
What is this? $30 Walmart.
Hey, this was $35.
$35 from
$35
Walmart.
desk.
Fuck it, it's $30.
Yeah, I
We
think
got
I have the
the-
same one.
Yeah, we got the fucking Amazon.
Amazon basic
Amazon
tripod.
That's the same
Basic,
tripod I
yeah.
have. I've got these lights.
Yep.
You see, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, we're not pretty, but we're good looking enough for the camera. So I mean, you know, we're not fucking Chris Pratt, but we'll get there. So everybody got to start somewhere, dude.
Damn
And you're
straight.
selling it. You're doing good shit.
Thank
God
you.
damn it.
Fucking incredible.
All right. Creativity, your lifestyle and creative style. Let's talk about like kind of, I guess, what you do in your free time. Like, how do you get creative just on a normal day?
Yeah, yeah. So I guess I'm blessed in the sense that I am not.
You're
locked-
male and white. Just
That-
kidding.
that's true.
Just
What?
kidding.
That's
Just
Forgot
kidding.
about
It's a
that
joke,
one.
Just a joke.
that's true. Yep.
Woo, just a joke.
2019 can't say that shit. People are gonna cry. They're like, oh,
First
Yo,
world
no.
negative
problem.
comments are coming through.
Yeah.
I
Be on
tell
the
you.
news.
Oh, fucking A.
But-
So-
Hispanic fella talks about
Yeah.
white male.
And then I'm gonna be like some fucking leader for the Mexican
Yep.
push or whatever. What? That was just a joke.
Whoa,
Yeah.
just joking.
Just chill out, social justice warriors.
For real. But
creative in the
creative
everyday
lifestyle.
life.
Yep.
Creative
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Yeah, I'm just blessed that I'm not stuck to a desk
Mhm.
or
Oh yeah.
anything like that. Like, I'm out and about all
Yeah.
day. Like, I'm delivering all day. So I'm exploring. Yeah, it's prime.
It's spicy.
Yeah. And so, like, what I posted on my story today,
Mm-hmm.
which is just a view
Yeah, you
of
were
Salt
writing
Lake.
down.
Oh,
and-
Yeah.
I know where that
I kind
apartment is.
of do that because I feel like some people might be interested, but most of the time I figure most people just tap right through my story because it's like me
Yeah.
riding a bike like every day.
Yeah.
Like
And so I
every
bet
day.
it's getting pretty old. So I apologize, but
No, but they're great
Hey.
views.
Yeah,
they're
so
great views.
I
Like good photo
use-
spots.
yeah, yeah, and that's like essentially why I think I'm blessed is just because
Mhm.
I have the opportunity to explore and find where I want to go.
Yeah. Your job is just
Pretty
going
much,
around. Yeah.
And so I use that as a way to plan, I
Mhm.
guess, what
Your next photo shoot.
my next shoot's gonna be,
Mhm.
and
Oh, yeah.
like in terms of like living creatively,
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's always in the back of my mind. Like,
Okay.
oh, I could go shoot a video here, or
Mhm.
we could do a segment for this company here, or we could just get some cool Instagram pictures because half you homies haven't uploaded pictures in a year
Have
or
y'all
whatever.
homies, yeah.
So like
Hook up your friends with some good shots.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so like there's stuff like that, and it's just keeping your eye open.
Yeah.
And like no, you don't have to do it that right then. You don't
Yeah.
have to do it next week even.
Yeah.
That place more than likely is gonna be there in
Yeah.
10 years. So keep that always in mind. And I kind
Yeah.
of use Snapchat story as like a catalog, essentially.
Ooh, yeah, that's good.
Even though
Oh,
there's
yeah.
probably 1,000 better options, but
it's a
you know what?
visual.
Everyone
It's
else
visual,
gap to see
yeah.
it and get
Yeah.
annoyed. So
Yeah,
how about that?
That's what's up.
Hey,
It's a
people
visual
see it,
aid.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people see it. It's more eyes on you.
Cap-
I guess
They'll think-
it's a sneak
Yeah.
peek, so
Yeah.
they see it on my story, and then like
Oh, okay.
a
This
month
is what's
later, then
coming.
there's like
Yeah.
hella moody shot,
Hella
someone,
moody
or
shots.
someone like riding their bike
Yeah.
or something, because that's all we do.
Danny doing a trick or something.
Oh yeah.
Fucking, I
Oh,
love
yeah.
those pictures. You
Dude,
have
we
like
have
some
big
of
plans
Danny.
for those this week.
Yeah.
Oh, hell
Shit's
yeah.
great, dude.
Stay tuned, folks.
Yeah,
Stay
for
tuned.
real.
Cole, we'll put his Instagram on because goddamn it. Do you have a website or something where people can see more?
So I had a website.
Oh, okay. But they took it down.
Nah, yeah, it was too fire.
It was
Just
too
kidding.
far.
Fire.
Shit was too much.
No, I really enjoyed having the website, but at the point when I had the website, I
Yeah.
wasn't really invested into photography. I wasn't shooting more than even once a month. I was kind of slacking, and so I just had a website just to have a website, and then I don't have one anymore. I pretty much just use Instagram as my portfolio, essentially, because if you go on there on your computer,
Yeah.
woo,
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
that looks
Shit
better.
smacks.
Instagram is not made for phones. That's all I'm saying. 'Cause,
Instagram's not made
it
for
is
phones,
made
huh?
for your computer.
Yeah.
It looks so much
Yeah.
better.
It's just better.
It's
Yeah.
so weird too, though. You can't upload from your computer, though.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
That's the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
looks so
well,
much
you can
better.
pay them to upload from your computer. So,
Really?
like, you know when you get like those
Yeah.
crispy shots
Yeah.
and videos?
Crispy.
Yeah. So like GoPro.
Mm-hmm.
Don't quote me, everyone.
This is just
GoPro,
Yeah.
I think, can pay. Wow.
That was my phone.
Okay.
GoPro can pay Instagram to upload from their computer so they can get the highest quality of images
Holy
and
shit.
videos on there.
Damn.
But you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
So don't.
But you know,
don't,
maybe
but-
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Shit.
All I'm saying is they get crispy videos, and you
Yeah.
upload a video on
And shit's
Instagram, and they're
not.
like, "Let's put this at
Yeah.
240."
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah, fucking back when YouTube wasn't 720.
Yeah.
Yeah, god damn it.
Instagram, get your shit together.
Instagram, seriously, if it's meant, if you get crisper photos on on like your computer,
Yeah.
they're not taking advantage of that shit.
No, I know.
We're slacking.
And then you were talking about making videos for companies. Do you do that? Do you make videos
Yeah.
for companies?
Oh,
Yeah. So, that handlebar
Mhm.
tape company that I've been working with them since July,
Ooh.
and we've kind of gone through a bunch of things of product photography, lifestyle photography, and then the latest thing is a video,
Mm-hmm.
and it's pretty much a 30-second commercial is
Oh,
what
yeah.
I got to do, and
That
That's
is fucking
yeah,
awesome.
I don't
was big-
I
big
did it in
news.
about 10 hours, and so
that's great.
yeah,
though. That's pretty big.
I
though.
slacked, and then I
You're making commercials.
stepped up.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
good.
So dope, though.
yeah, that's pretty much the extent of like my paid gigs or
Mhm.
stuff for video wise, but like I've always had an interest in video.
Yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
there's little videos I have going around, but most of the stuff is sitting on my hard drive.
That yeah.
Screw
same.
hard drives, SSD. There we go.
SSD. Yeah.
Solid state.
Drives. They quit.
Max.
Yep, they smack.
All right.
Yeah. Making fucking commercials. That's fucking dope.
God damn.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Oh fucking head.
I think, I don't know. What else?
Yeah.
Just loosey-goosey time.
Loosey goosey. Well, I mean, do you make videos just for fun?
Not as much as I used to.
Oh, yeah. The travel vlogs.
Travel
Yeah,
vlogs.
I tried doing like, I don't know, vlogging not my
Yeah.
thing, so I don't have any like, yeah, I'm always behind the lens, so
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
yeah,
I
get that
understand
thing, get that out of my face.
Yep.
I
Get
think
that out of my face.
I think I have like one picture of myself that I was like, hey,
Hey.
Yeah,
So-
same.
yeah, like I'm not
I get
really
that.
about like vlogs or whatever, but I'm all
Uh-huh.
about like pretty much 3 minutes of B-roll videos.
3 minutes
Oh,
of video.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
So
that's good.
that's the extent of my personal videos, and
Mhm.
like I wish I had the opportunity to do more, and so like that's why I'm glad that we're like me and the group, I guess, are
Yeah.
kind of getting into more video work with the companies, because like I don't know what I'm gonna like. I don't really want to take videos of myself doing 3 minutes of B-roll stuff.
Yeah.
Like that was fun. Like it helped me learn a lot, and like I had a lot of fun when I went to China and I had that video. That was awesome. Great. And then like just other things when we went to Portland last year and stuff. Like I had fun doing it, but it's like the amount of time that I was investing into a video that I really didn't care what happened to is kind of unrealistic. And so I think I'm gonna stick to like professional work for video, just because of I could bust out if I have a vision and they have a vision and they kind of like know what they're looking for. I can do it in 10 hours. But
10 hours.
But if I don't know what I want, I just have a bunch of 60 frames a second B-roll, and I'm like,
where's this going?
Yeah, like I sit there for a good like hour, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna scrap the whole thing and then restart. So yeah, I don't really do much of the personal stuff anymore, but like video is the shit.
Well, I mean, now you got B-roll for anything that comes up.
Like
you just got your own stock.
I've used it for like portfolios and what are they called, resumes. Like I've sent over like random B-roll segments. Pretty much put on a fake like brand and said this was for this, so hire me. Like
and they look it up like Black Label. What?
I know. So like I've used it for that, and then thankfully I'm getting to the point where I can actually use real work.
Yeah, real
like,
labels.
I actually want to. I want to promote that. So
that's so awesome.
Lit.
Fucking lit. Blaze.
That was so like. Can I say something? Fuck. So you said loosey goosey time?
I mean,
what do you got?
I just.
I fuck.
I fuck.
Let's loosey goosey it.
Because I don't know. I'm just looking through this, and
we have nothing.
we covered everything.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, this is a very professional script.
Today I fucked up, bro. Today I really usually I got.
Oh yeah, usually it's solid.
But today I fucked up.
I was counting on this one.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh yeah, you let him down.
Yeah, I let him down.
I usually do.
Just kidding.
That's the way he lives.
That's the way I live. Just kind of letting people down.
Do you have any more questions of the loosey goosey?
What are you looking forward to doing this next year?
Yeah. What are Cole's plans for 2019? The fuck is up?
Yeah, I gotta find a way out of college.
Damn straight.
Yeah,
sir.
Dude. Yeah, I gotta find a way out, bro.
So yeah, I can't stand college. Like,
dude,
do not watch BMS and think that is anywhere close to what college is like.
BMS?
College is shitty.
College
wait,
is
Blue Mountain State, bro.
Blue Mountain State.
No, college is nothing like
dude,
anybody will fucking tell you.
It is horrible, dude. I forgot we were roommates. Like, or not roommates. We were like.
It was like
2 minutes
away.
For real. That was wild.
Fuck.
Anyways.
That was a good time.
Yeah, so yeah, I gotta get out of college, and so I'm pretty much counting on
this shit kind of working out.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm gonna stay in college until I have a better idea of what's going on.
A good base.
But I'm probably gonna switch my major to photography. And,
nice. Welcome to the club.
Yeah. So yeah, fuck math. Fuck science. Fuck English.
Yep.
Dude,
fuck it all.
Yeah,
everything that's
I don't want to do anything. I want to go from my first class where I'm taking pictures of food to my second class where I'm taking pictures of people to my third class where I'm taking pictures of landscapes, and then my fourth class where I'm taking pictures of whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah,
whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, so that is the goal. And yeah, so family, and they're not gonna be happy about that, but
no,
same, bro.
If they want me to stay in college, they should pay for
dude,
it.
We try to pull we'll take a year break,
a year off.
Bro. Shit
Dude,
did not turn out.
Not happy about that shit.
Did not turn out.
So
woo.
Yeah, they're like, you what are you gonna do without college? I'm like, if you want to go, then more than I do, so like pay for it. So, like, you go
for
back.
Real.
It's like, you know how much this shit's costing you, right? Like
how much this is wasted, right?
Yeah.
I don't want
thing
this.
that sucks.
I
is
barely
that,
go to class.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Money
no,
down
dude,
the
my
toilet.
class this semester is
no,
a design class, and dude, she is relentless.
She is relentless.
If you get two absences that weren't counted as like a sick day.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You are like, it's an F, bro. It's an F, bro. So like, I'm sitting here trying to get to all these classes, and all I can think about is how much I don't want to go.
Just you want to get the fuck out of there.
So
Fuck out.
yeah, I am. Yeah, we're gonna see what we can do about that.
I want to be free.
Yeah, I want to shoot, and so
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
yeah, so
That-
we'll see how that
Bro, you're
goes.
preaching, dude.
Dude,
You're
you-
fucking
you are
preaching to the
talking
choir,
to the right
bro.
people here.
Yeah, I
God
know. It's,
damn it, dude.
Oh, it is. It's rough.
It so
'cause-
dampens my mood, dude.
Dude, with the creative process, it
Yeah.
just fucking kills you.
Dude, seriously.
Like
Yeah.
it
I'll
just
try
doesn't. You
to-
can't think about much unless you're like out doing it. But everything else just
Yeah.
you gotta think. This is due. That's due. I gotta study for that shit.
Yeah.
And just
You're like,
fucking
if you don't have a leg up this week, you're gonna fuck up
Yeah.
next week. Like,
I was sitting in where was I? In the shower.
where was I
was
crying
I?
this
Fuck.
time?
Yeah.
Where was I just feeling despair and sorrow?
I think I was in the shower, and yeah, I was thinking because like I'm pretty excited. Like in the
Yeah.
last 2 weeks, I've made gains in terms of like getting people to like want to work with me and
Yeah.
like getting
Oh,
pictures
yeah.
done. So like I'm pretty stoked, and like I keep myself up at night.
Yeah.
I sat in the shower, and all I could think about is I have to make a stupid fucking 2x2 cube, out of chipboard using
my-
less than like a dab of glue,
What the
my
fuck?
and like
God.
that's all I could think about. And I was
the
like,
fucking glue.
like whatever. Like the class is fine, but like
Yeah.
nah, I am not about thinking like
Stressing,
that.
no,
I'm trying to just put myself in a
creative.
good mood
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
like think
just
about
like,
what I
yeah,
want
dude.
to do.
doing
yeah,
good.
seriously, dude. Like
Yeah.
I love writing scripts just for fun. Sometimes I won't shoot the videos, but but I'm fucking dry. It's a desert. Sometimes I get so depressed and just thinking about shit. Yeah, I want to get out. I want to be free.
I know.
I'm fucking lying, just pacing back and forth like Jesus Christ. I gotta get out.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's the struggle.
Yeah,
So
fucking school for artists, huh?
Yeah.
Shit's tough. Not it. That's
yeah,
not it.
not exactly what I imagined
Yeah.
school was gonna be like.
For real.
I had my like second semester, lots of parties, good times, fucking hardcore, right? Movie like. Now it's just
Halloween was lit, yeah.
but that was later on.
Yeah, that was later on.
The Halloween party
Yeah,
was
yeah,
later
that
on.
was
Shit
later
was
on.
great though.
It
I was
was awesome.
fucking
But,
killing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's getting drier. It's getting
Oh
drier.
yeah, dude. When I lived in the dorms,
Yeah.
oh,
Right.
dude, I
Damn.
don't think I've had more fun. The second you move out and like, then you gotta commute to school.
Then you gotta commute.
Dude.
to
It's
school.
like
saying
can,
commute.
yeah, you can either commute. Is that even the right word? I feel
Yeah,
like I'm not-
it
okay.
is. It is. You got it.
You can. It's like you can commute to school, but not like live on campus.
Yeah.
And, like, and you
Experience.
get the more freedom or whatever.
Yeah.
But then if you live on campus, you're there and you have the obligation to go to school.
Right.
And it's like, but one's way more fun and
Yeah.
food's made for you,
Yeah,
and like
for
there's
real.
tons of people that are all there for the same reason,
Yeah.
and then you go live at a house with your homies, and you're like, yo, let's drop out.
And let's fucking not.
Do we
I don't
fucking need this?
We don't need this shit.
I don't, bro. I haven't learned anything.
Yo, honestly, the most I've learned is Spanish because I have to take Spanish.
Yeah, dude, same.
Hey,
And
I
I
speak-
already
need-
know
I
Spanish.
speak enough Spanish, papi.
Papi. Papi. Dude,
see,
I already know
papi?
Spanish. I still need to take Spanish. That's how fucked this system is,
dude.
bro. And then they were about to tell me that I couldn't take Spanish because I already knew it. I'm like, fuck you, dude.
What?
I just need the language credit, my
Dude,
guy.
they don't even care. All they care about is you get A's. So I'm surprised they would even like.
No, they,
You for real?
dude, they wanted to, they
They
wanted
don't
to
care
fuck
if you
me
succeed.
over.
They don't care if you enjoy it. They're
Yeah,
like, get
no,
A's
they-
or you're kicked out.
Do
No,
it. Do well.
they just want
That's
to
it.
squeeze more fucking money out of me. They wanted to take that away from me. But no, I got in with like the Spanish teacher, and she's like, yeah, just do it. Okay. So I'm good now, but fuck them. I
Yep.
hate it.
Yep.
Everything's fucking money. There's no free parking anywhere, dude. I always get
Well,
fucking
that's not a problem for
$15
him.
tickets.
Yeah, I
That's
can't
not-
relate. I don't
Oh
even
yeah,
have a
your
car.
fucking bike. Yeah.
Bike guy.
Anyways, but god damn it, I always
Yeah.
get tickets. Like Jesus Christ, fucking piss
At least
me
they're
off.
not-
Yo, if you
Cops,
if you put a
Yeah.
ticket on your car, they're not gonna write you another ticket.
Hopefully.
So
I'm gonna
take
try
your-
that
yeah.
shit.
Take your old ticket, put it on your windshield.
Just leave that shit on there.
It's worth a
Never
bet if
ticket
you're gonna
again.
get a ticket anyways. You can see if that would
I'm
prevent
already
it.
paying 15. What's another 15? You know?
Yeah.
Shit.
See if you can just keep the old ticket and see if you
Yeah.
can bamboozle them.
Bamboozled.
Dude, at the U, if you get a ticket, it goes electronically, so they don't put shit on your car. So they just ticket and it's on your account, and then it's like you have to go in to pay it, so they can just keep fucking piling that shit on.
Well, dude, so they don't give you a physical one?
They
Or
just
do?
says that you have a ticket and you have to pay it on whatever
Your
you
information
talk.
system
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, school's a trap.
Yeah, school's fucking trap. It's a trap. The fucking
Some
what's that
fucking
Star Wars character? The one that looks like
Admiral Akbar or some shit.
Akbar. Yeah. Dude, so I get a ticket at the community college. I get a ticket, and it's on your online. But if you pay it, you can still keep that ticket. So his theory
It
might
could
just
work.
fucking work.
Or just fold up a piece of paper and write on it.
Or just fold up a piece of paper.
I've been ticketed.
Yeah, I've been ticketed. And then if they open it up, fuck you. Just
Yeah.
like
Just
they're
a
gonna give
middle
me another
finger.
one, just like fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just ride a bike though.
Just ride a bike,
Yeah.
dude.
Speaking of
I'm a
bikes,
thick boy.
what would you recommend for somebody looking into getting into bikes?
Oh.
Or just like that wants to like start
Yo.
riding.
Dude, this is
Someone-
another 30 minutes of show.
Here we go.
Bro. So yeah.
Content.
Content.
People are gonna like be pretty pissed about what I'm about to say
Dude,
because
I'm ready.
Yeah, closing that top.
We don't need this
dude.
anymore.
Closing
Yeah.
that top.
because I'm like a goon in terms of the bike because I have a bike with no gears
Yeah.
and no brakes. All right,
Don't worry.
no gears,
No worries.
no brakes,
It's over there.
and so it's a weird bike. Yeah, if you guys want to try it, you can come try it. I guess it's weird.
We'll go to your place and try.
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
check it out.
Check it out.
Test the
So-
waters, dip our toes.
Yeah, people don't really like people like me because of that.
Yeah.
Because like they think we're just goons and we don't really like.
Coons.
We like like
no,
those
not
people
that
you-
word. Goons.
I said goons.
Okay.
Not coons.
Oh,
Did you think I said
Don't say that
coons?
word. That's not a good word.
Okay.
Okay, well that's not the word I said. I
Okay,
said goons.
sorry. I can't
Like
hear.
a bunch of goons, like he said.
Yeah,
Yes,
goons.
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 But
Goons.
so there's like
That's the word.
people that are hardcore,
Bikers.
like bikers that are like they've got like 21 gears or
Yeah,
whatever they
just
do.
like-
I don't know. I don't really get it. And then there's people that have like full suspension bikes, which is badass.
Yeah.
I wish I had that, but no.
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 That sounds like a lot to maintain, and like
Yeah.
all I have is a chain, and that's it. I have no
Yeah.
gears, no brakes,
Yeah,
no
see, like that's
anything.
what I want. I like biking, so I'll get into it, but like don't give me the whole fucking.
How do you stop?
So yeah, you
I don't
just
know.
put resistance, like you just pretty much pedal backwards. So you know when you're on like a little kid
Yeah.
bike and you push back
Yeah.
and it breaks?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like that.
Okay. it's completely fucking different.
I like what you did there. You're like, remember how like kids'
Oh,
backs
yeah.
work like that? Nothing at all.
Nothing.
Fucking
Not
change your
even
mind.
close.
There you go.
Dude, it's a
Forget
different
about
bike.
that.
Yeah,
so
fuck
that
off.
that clears your mind of what I mean by pedaling back. So
Yeah.
when you pedal back on a kid's bike,
Yeah.
in the hub there's like little like hairs, wires, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
and they like press up against a little cog and it slows you down and
Okay.
it stops you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
On fixed gear, there's nothing like that, and it's
Okay.
literally when the chain is moving or when the wheel is moving,
Mhm.
the chain is moving, which is
Okay.
connected to the pedals, which means you're pedaling all the time.
Yeah.
You cannot stop pedaling.
Yeah.
So if you want to stop pedaling, you pedal the other way, but you can't just start pedaling the other way.
Yeah.
You got to slow it down.
Okay.
So
Or else you'll eat shit,
oh,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Because you'll
Oh.
just yeep,
Oh,
fucking
you
bend over
fuck.
your bike.
So yeah, you just got to pedal
God,
back
that's
slowly.
dangerous, bro.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna take some lessons, dude. Like fucking, I'm gonna hang out
Hey,
with
we
you
got
guys.
mad
for a
bikes.
bit.
So
Yeah,
if you guys need some bike lessons,
I'm gonna fucking just
But
I'll
so
get-
yeah, most people don't really like us. Pretty much for that reason, just because they think we're idiots because we don't have brakes and we're
yeah.
disrespectful. But I'm a
Oh,
respectful
so wait,
guy.
you're getting hate from like bikers.
people.
Car owners, people that don't ride bikes,
Oh,
people that
dude.
ride bikes, people
Just
just
everybody.
yeah, they don't like us.
Some people
Oh,
that
just
drive cars
everybody.
they just don't give a shit about anybody that rides a bike.
Oh yeah, dude,
They
I've been hit.
just
Yo, fun story.
Fucking-
Let's hear it, bro.
So one of my good friends, Matt,
Yeah.
Mhm.
he was starting at Jimmy John's,
At
which is
Jimmy
where we
John's.
work,
Yeah.
and
Shout out Jim Johns.
I guess
like,
that's a
I
little shade.
guess.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
We can relate that to some video stuff, but I don't know. I did stuff for them, and it might not have been the best choice.
Rip.
Yeah.
So it was his first day,
Mhm.
and I was training him, and
Mhm.
so I was like, "Yo, this is where you're gonna get hit. Like,
Mhm.
there's a median. It goes sidewalk, curb,
Mhm.
bike lane, curb, median, curb, car lane.
It's
Okay.
just like a whole fucking.
Yeah, and it's right there. If you know
Mhm.
Third South and
Oh,
like
yeah.
Third South
Yeah.
and Main, all the way over to Fifth South or
Mhm.
Fifth West, and all the way up to like, let's see, 7th East.
Yeah.
There's like that
Shit's just
really
difficult.
poorly designed setup.
Yeah.
Because there's like
really
parking,
bad.
There's a parking lane in between where the drivers are and where the bikers are, so they can't see the bikers.
Oh yeah, no.
And so, anyways, I was like, this is where you're gonna get hit. So just heads up, like you need to be more aware when you're on the street. So we do our whole rounds, and I'm like, you're doing fine. Like, go get it, Tiger.
Go get him, Tiger.
Go get it. So
Pat on the back.
First delivery that he went on alone, all good. I'm like, I go the similar direction towards where like we were both delivering over on like 5th West, and so like he goes 5th West and we ride. I'm like, remember, this is the spot. Don't get hit here. And he's like, okay. So we split off ways halfway there, and I do my delivery, and I'm faster. No shade.
Of course.
And
of course.
so I'm on my way back, and a UPS or a FedEx truck.
Whatever those
I don't know. The guy that drives it named Greg. We're chill, even though he almost killed me.
That guy Greg.
So I was going right down here.
Chill.
My man yeets into the bike lane. And I don't have brakes. I don't have a way to stop. Like it takes a second to stop. Like, I mean, it's let's be real. It's stupid to have that kind of bike, but it is so fun. And so
living on the edge, dude.
Yeah, he yeets his way over, and I fly over a curb, and I like wrap myself around a pole.
Oh my!
And he gets out, and he's like, "Hey, bud, you okay?"
Hey, bud.
And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." Like,
yeah, I'm not dead. See, I'm okay.
I'm good. And then Matt comes back from his delivery like 2 minutes later, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, "Oh, like, I'm lucky to be alive." And he's like, "Wow." I'm like, "This is what I was saying."
Yeah.
Like, this is
Remember
why you watch
this
out.
moment.
Let this be a lesson.
And ironically, that is like the same place. The first day I rode fixed gear, which is what like brakeless, no brakes, no gears is called.
Yeah.
That is first day someone turned right when they had I don't know. They had a red light and they just turned right. And even though they didn't look, they were like, nah, like, hopefully no one's there.
Yeah, I've done that.
Just go.
So I completely destroyed the side of their car.
Oh, my God.
And, yeah, it was the first time. That was the first crash.
So what happened there, though? Jesus. Was it your fault? Or, like, did they get out?
I never stick around.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm not gonna admit to any damages to anyone's vehicle or anything because I honestly thinking about it, don't think I've ever done it without them just being in the car because they hit me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't stick around, and I don't encourage anyone to stick around if a car hits you because it's like the cops don't really like they think you're dumb because you don't have brakes.
Yeah.
Which we are dumb, but like, yo,
officer,
it's fun.
Have you ever lived? No brakes.
Yeah, like. I don't pay for gas, so
fuck off.
Yeah, that's that story about getting hit. But for biking,
that's great.
Biking.
Get brakes.
Start out
with brakes.
Okay,
with brakes.
Yeah, I tell everyone not to get brakes, but for the sake of like people's safety, start out with
just
brakes.
so they don't blame us.
Yeah,
or like
safety and the side of cars.
Start out with brakes and start out with like something not fixed gear. Get like a 1-speed gear bike, so you just can stop pedaling because your legs get pretty tired always pedaling.
Dude,
and so do that, and then don't buy new either.
Don't buy new.
Because
buy new.
We got a fat discount on a bike yesterday.
Really?
Because we bought it. It's $850 normally for this frame. Yeah, we went over to a homie's house and picked it up for $350.
Oh yeah.
And so it is.
Oh, that's more than half, boy.
Oh, it is more than half. And so do not buy new if you're gonna start biking, because well, I have a new bike, so I can't really say that. But if you're starting out,
but you've learned, you've got this experience.
I know what I'm looking for now, so I can't be like, I can be picky and find the exact bike I want online or go try it out. But if you don't know what you want, do not buy new, because there's no point, because you're not gonna know the difference between 10-degree top tube angle versus 12 degrees or whatever. So like, you won't know until you started riding.
Buy used KSL.
Facebook, because KSL's bunk.
Oh, bunk.
Facebook Marketplace.
That's where it's at.
I got a new lens getting delivered to me today.
Ooh, what kind of lens?
50mm 1.4.
Fuck yeah.
How much was that?
$200 and they're delivering it.
Dude.
Deals.
Don't buy camera stuff new.
Fuck yeah, no,
It's a
I did it.
Yeah.
I just got that lens right there.
Shit's
What's that,
tough.
16 to 35?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so $16.99.
Yeah, fuck that. It was like 800.
Yeah, I have that lens,
Dude.
and it's probably one of the best lenses
It
I've
is
ever used.
so
L
fucking-
glass.
Dude, L glass.
L glass
Hell
is
yeah.
the way to go.
Series 2.
And I don't know what the fuck L glass is. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
L
But-
glass, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck
I rented
yeah.
that from Acme like for a week just to try it out before, because I knew I needed something, because I've a whole bunch of just stock lens, like the kit lenses.
Kit lenses, yeah,
So
yeah.
I wanted something really nice that I can use for damn near everything.
Oh, dude,
And
that
so-
is the perfect lens.
Yeah.
The lens that I want, so the 16 to 35 that me and Jake, that we both have
Yeah.
the same camera and we're the same style photographer, so we just
Nice.
pretty much share everything.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And so he bought that 16 to 35, and he has a 14 millimeter 2.8 and then a 50 1.8.
Damn.
And then I have let's see, it's a crop sensor one for my other camera, and then I have this new 50 1.4.
Hell yeah.
So the only lens that I think we're missing is a 24 to 70
Hell yeah.
24 to 70.
Dude.
Or-
those are so,
or a 20 or a 35 to 105 or 45 to 105
Yeah.
2.8.
ooh,
Those all run like
they're pretty fucking expensive.
1,000
Yeah.
plus, and like
Easily.
Plus.
yeah, and if you're gonna buy them new, no one's like, yeah, let me give you a really good deal on
Right,
this lens
yeah.
I spent
Even
way too
fucking-
much money
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Even
So-
used, they're so fucking expensive.
But yeah, I would
Especially
never. I'll
used.
never buy a new camera. I'll probably never buy a new lens after I
Yeah.
bought like my first like DSLM.
Yeah.
I have not bought anything new since, because it was like, I mean, I got it half off, so I can't complain. But
Yeah,
I could have got the same
but
camera
still,
for the
yeah.
same price
For real.
without having to wait for the deal. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. Solid. Yeah.
Sorry for that.
Buy
Camera
used.
Camera talk.
Yeah. All those numbers
Yeah,
don't
all
really make
those-
sense
There's a lot of
unless you
shit.
like.
Unless you know something.
Yeah.
But
Well, I just recently got into like a photography class to really
Okay.
get into it. So like some of it made sense.
I know some of those
I
numbers.
heard shit that I kind of knew.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking f-stops and shit. L lens, don't know what the fuck that is.
If it has if it's Canon
Mhm.
and it has that beautiful red band
That-
around
Beautiful.
the lens band,
Uh,
that means that glass is like,
pristine, huh?
oh yeah.
Some high grade shit.
Yeah.
Are they
You
made in
want-
Japan?
Probably.
It's like
Dude.
Japan's good.
I don't know, weird topic, but
But,
you
yeah.
know that Japan has like
The best
20%
lenses.
of their houses are vacant, and you can buy really cheap houses in
No
Japan.
fucking way.
Way, bro.
Let's go, guys.
You can get. They are giving away houses, and they are selling them for 500,000 Japanese yen, which is like $5,000 US. So if anyone's in the housing market, bro. Speaking of Japan, that's all I'm bringing
Speaking of
this up.
Japan, if
No.
everyone's looking out there,
But like, I am like tempted because I really,
Dude,
I haven't been to Japan.
Japan, dude.
Dude.
I've flown
How
over
cheap
Japan.
that shit is.
I want to go to Japan.
How
I would
we
love
want to
to
drop
go
out of school.
fucking anywhere.
I think all those signs are lining up, guys.
Yeah, I'm
Fucking Japan's the place.
dude.
It is. That is where
Although-
I'm. Next time I go out of the country, unless
Yeah.
someone else is paying for my trip, which would be lit, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
We'll see.
If I'm
Sponsors?
gonna go out of the country on my
Yeah.
own dime,
Mhm.
it will be to Japan,
Hell yeah.
and I will ski.
You
That's
would
the only
ski.
thing I can
Dude,
think I would
in
want to do there,
Japan.
because like,
Word.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
yeah, I guess that's the only thing I
I
would
want to
care about
go
there.
eat like weird shit, like fucking
Live squid.
live squid. Yeah, it's just a bonkers shit. I want
Or
to
you
go
can
there.
get squid. I don't know if this is like all over Japan,
Yeah.
but it's in. I know it's in the Philippines.
Mhm.
And I know it's in some parts of Japan, but you get a squid that was boiled and cooked in its own ink.
Jesus.
That's fucking brutal, dog.
Yeah, it's kind of like
That's
that's kind of messed up.
That's
but-
where I want
Fuck,
to eat,
bro.
though. It's good.
It's
No,
like, hey,
But that's,
bitch,
you
fuck
died.
yeah.
Yeah, but eating out of
That's the
US,
honorable way.
Eating in Asia is confusing. Like, we went
Eating
when
in
I landed.
Asia.
We landed in China last
Yeah.
year. Wait, 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And
It's confusing.
we got off the airplane.
Yeah.
And we went to like, I don't know. It's like a soup place. Yeah,
Soup.
we don't
Okay.
speak
Yeah.
Mandarin.
Mandarin. The way you said that to Mandarin.
Mandarin. We don't speak Mandarin, and so we had no idea like what this sign said.
Yeah.
When we went in, we saw food, so we ordered it. Yeah, we started eating like raw vegetables that were you're supposed. It's like Subway essentially,
Yeah.
where you say, "I want that in this bowl, that in that bowl, and then this broth."
Yeah.
We thought you just drank the broth and ate all these raw vegetables that were really poorly like
Yeah.
cut and weren't washed very well,
so
and like
Washed very well.
and you like they give you like pork bones, and we thought we were supposed to like somehow scrounge meat off of them. So we're like sitting there, and all these people that are like just their typical
Yeah,
day
that's where you
in
go.
where I
And
remember
these-
Shanghai, I think.
Yeah.
These pasty white boys.
We're just like, and they're like eating it out of their soup, and we didn't
Yeah.
catch on, and so yeah,
and we
that's pretty much like my
Yeah.
biggest like fear of going to Japan, because
eating.
I know how to eat sushi,
Yeah.
and
dude.
that's
I
pretty
know how to
much-
eat.
and
That's it.
I don't know what else they have there, so
Fucking monkey brains. I heard that was a thing. I literally heard that was a thing.
I've never heard
But
that.
don't
I-
quote me on fucking that. Don't fucking call me out. It's just love.
Just
People
eating
just
monkey
love.
brains.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh God. I mean, I think that's enough content, huh? We
don't
talked a
fucking know.
lot today.
I
Damn.
don't even think it's been an
look, bro.
hour.
Yeah, you're looking.
Dude, you're looking solid.
You're looking solid, Mike. I'm looking thick.
RXD.
All right. Well,
Oh, before we go.
yeah.
edit.
Before we go,
That is for you.
dude, show it to the camera.
Show
yeah,
up.
show
Show what people
show 'em.
get.
Well, that's overexposed.
Yes, dude, it is very overexposed.
Oh, whatever. Fuck it.
Whatever.
Fuck it.
But anyways, this is the first time. Is this the first time we give stickers on?
On camera.
On camera?
Yes, sir.
Okay, on camera.
Yep.
Dude, we always fucking forget.
Always.
Anyways, Cole, thank you so much.
Thank
for
you.
coming
Yes,
out.
thanks for
I
having
really
me, dude. This has
appreciate
been
it.
lit.
I fucking love it.
Lit.
You have lots of good messages from you.
Mm.
Some deep shit. Some very creative talk.
Yes, sir.
My name is Victor Acosta.
And I'm Ricky Anderson.
Thank you for watching.